I was a single parent, one son, and I think I had just completed my divorce. Where I was renting a unit, and the rent kept on going up. And I thought I didn't want to keep on renting where I was if the rent was going to go over $1,000. So it was my goal to buy a place, as an example for my son, and just to have some form of accomplishment and independence. So I went to the center and I signed up.
It was just very difficult. We went through a big transition in our lives, and I ended up again going to live with my mom and my parents in Makakilo. So you can imagine the additional time that it took. Almost 2 hours every single day, and those 2 hours we never get back. And wake up early, go to work when it's dark. Lucky if we get there early enough to go eat breakfast in the car or sleep in the car, and then he's making his way to school, and then repeat that process in the afternoon. It was just so frustrating. It was like, I knew that it was only going to get worse as he got more involved with Kamehameha, and so.
But I think it's the saving part, because I'm a single parent and my paycheck is really like from paycheck to paycheck every month. So it's hard, but even if you save a little bit, it helps in the end. But that program was, helped me to put in $25 every month for like how many years? I think 3 to 4 years.
Some of the barriers I had to overcome was just being in Hawaii because it was so expensive, and I think my mindset also to think that the market, the prices kept on going up, and I'd watch the interest rate, it was up and down. So there were times when it was really scary for me. I thought the longer I wait, the more I won't be able to qualify to buy a home.
This was just a significant break in my life. Just to be able to have a coworker tell me about this great program, and then actually go through the program as a newbie, and just really, you just made it so easy for me to understand. And we all say we want to do it, but sometimes time and circumstances, but everything worked out perfectly where the stars aligned. And we made it happen. And I had just such a great support system, both not only at the center, my family and my cousins and my group of immediate friends that were just there every single day to make this process happen.
What kept me motivated is like when I realized that if you're renting, you put the money in every month. Compared if you own the place, you put the money every month, but it's your own. And if it's not for me, that I can have it as a collateral. It could be for the future generation, like for my son.
I think after I bought this place, I felt really good and proud of myself, because not just because of what I accomplished, but also to show my son that if you set your mind to something, you can accomplish. I wanted to show him that you can accomplish something, and you have to keep on going forward and never give up. And you set your goal, and you can do it.
But I remember having to wake up, like my dad said, every single day at 5 a.m. trying to just get ready as soon as I could, so just I could go back to sleep in the car, and being uncomfortable in the car seats until eventually we got this home and I could sleep in a comfortable bed until a nice, comfortable time.
The whole mystery was he didn't know what was going on, because I wanted to surprise him for Christmas. So being able to utilize all of that time, knowing what his preferences was, and just creating this great, this is a masterpiece. My cousin and my friends, they really just put, not a day goes by, a week goes by that I don't appreciate how much great things that they did for me. And maybe they'll be watching this someday, but I just know that they gave it a lot of love, and I'll never forget it. And it was always for him, so.
I think we cried. Both of us prayed together. like yeah, like that time that when everything kind of like in place, she said, oh, I think this is the right time. So we both prayed together and I cried, and she said, be ready, I think we are there now, we are actually here now, we're gonna go through it. Yeah.
I think it was after the 2 years, 2 to 3 years, then I thought I could, I think I was halfway through and I could see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I actually felt like, okay, I'm doing this. So I would say it was about maybe 5 years before I actually moved into this place.
I just knew that I had to give my best so that he could be his best. And location was great. I had an opportunity financially after the education, that it seemed like the numbers would work. And I wouldn't have known that, if it wasn't for the Hawaii Homeownership Center and the great people who were the experts. And again, my coworker, being able to see her process through that and successfully feel comfortable after all the transaction was, I was like, hey, she can do it. I too can do it. And again, the motivating factor was having the very best for him. And so, just funny how momentum, you put out great energy and it comes back through programs, friends, and just, life choices. So it's pretty amazing.